it is a big challenge, one, to get the equipment. But when we get the equipment coming, and of course, because of the taxation structure, those equipment have to be taxed. And so we would be requesting the government to put in a consideration, particularly for the new sports. If they can be able to give tax exemption on equipment and other related things that have to do with the new sports, so that they can give a tax break maybe for 1 or 2 years or 3 or even say 5 years. That would be so good, because we would get many equipment there, and it would encourage even the manufacturers to consider setting shop either in Kenya or in Uganda. Most of the schools are using very old equipment because there is no single equipment manufacturer on the continent of Africa. And so to get these sports, we have to depend on our brothers in the US, and what you will get in the US will be maybe slightly used equipment. If you get new, there will not be very many. So slightly used equipment from the US, and so we have to depend on them coming to visit us, and they come with bags. And the challenge that they face now when they arrive at the airport with their bags, then the customs man, the tax man wants a pinch. If you look at only the helmet, a helmet only like what the boys are putting on that helmet would be about $200 to $300. One helmet, $200 to $300. So you are talking about over 25,000 Kenya shillings, one helmet. All right. When you talk about a stick, only one boy stick would be $120. So you are talking about 15,000 Kenya shillings, one stick. So it's not a very cheap sport. And for the boy, for the men, you'll realize they'll have a helmet, they'll have gloves, they'll have chest pad, they'll have elbow pads, and so for just to dress one man, one player, a man, it is very expensive. All right. But the ladies' sport is not very expensive. It is the easiest one to begin, because all you will need are goggles and then the stick, and you are good to go. Maybe a mouth guard if that is, but not very necessary. So the boys' lacrosse is very, very expensive, but I know that we are up to the task, because there is no sport that is cheap. Sixes is the Olympic version, so we are popularizing this because this is what will be played at the Olympics, six-a-side. So on the six-a-side, the team roster is supposed to have 12 players, and then 6 are on the pitch, including the goalkeeper. And so what we are doing is we are making the sixes to be the second-term sport. But also there is what we call field lacrosse. Field lacrosse is now having 10 players on the pitch, including the goalkeeper. So we have 3 defense, 3 midi, and 3 attackers. And that is the version that normally is popularized internationally and even in schools in the US, what we call the field lacrosse. For men, there are 10. But for the ladies, there are normally 12 players. All right? So that is how it is when you talk about the roster. So this one, the Olympic one, wanted a shorter version, shorter pitch, very fast goals, because they want things to move very fast at the Olympics. But normally, under normal circumstances, we have the 10s or the field lacrosse. And that is the one that once we have finished doing what we are doing, we have gotten it into schools. Now we'll walk back and be able to ask, we have done the sixes, can we now do the field lacrosse and get it as a first-term sport?
Release.